Shout out to the sponsor of today's episode, Spider Farmer. Whether you got a big grow, a little grow, they've got you covered. Check Amazon, the links below with the promo code. Thanks, Spider Farmer, for sponsoring today's episode.
You know, like, where are the fucking JFK files? Why are they being pushed off?
Yeah, that's so frustrating. I've been talking about this for months, for the record. Okay,
Okay.
I brought this up. I brought this up so long ago because we were supposed to get, for the record, we were supposed to get the Trump files in like 2018. They were supposed to be released. Or 2019. No. The JFK files.
Well,
they were
like
50 years after the case. It's supposed to be common information.
Well, the manager at Burger King can't decide to, change their French fries up or release information about how the burgers are made. That's the higher ups,
right?
You know what I'm saying? The president can say all they want to do, but it's like, no, not your choice, bitch.
Right.
We're running it.
Right.
Like six people who are in Congress who probably run everything.
What about the whole Epstein thing, man?
Yeah,
where's
I know. How is this homegirl just still locked up, chilling?
Where's that conversation, man?
Epstein's
It's
dead.
like, holy fuck.
Allegedly.
It's like I'm not big on the tinfoil hat. I need evidence. I need substance. I need something. I want something to prove one way or the other. I need something. But it's like, where are the voices? Like, where are the stories? Where's the news articles? Where's what happened to them?
They're all the fridge websites.
Yeah, and it's just like there's a story out there that very clearly we aren't either supposed to know or be privy to or what. But it's like questions, man, questions. That's like one of the biggest scandals, I think, of like my lifetime, is that whole JFK situation, and how the
government killed him.
Suppress, or not he, but how he killed. Yeah, he killed.
The government killed him.
So I'm just like that's.
Why would they not put it out?
That's wild.
Like, why would it be pushed in? They're saying they're going to do half of it in December, and then the other half by next year, December. Why come?
What? For what?
For what?
JFK files?
Yeah, JFK files. That's what the... and I'm not even going to say the administration. Like, fuck all the administrations, because this is what the U.S. government is saying. The U.S. government is saying they're not going to release this information until December, and then the other half of it the following December. So what the fuck is going on? Why do we have to split it up? What is so... Like, why can they push past the Freedom of Information Act and suppress this information? What is there to hide? They're saying what they said in there literally is because it could be a national threat or a threat to the military complex or to our country. It's like, okay. How so? How, Sway? Was it aliens?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
really, and that's the whole thing about, it's like, who do I listen to anymore? When it's like things like the pandemic have been so heavily politicized by everyone. It's like, who do I believe anymore? I can't even believe the scientists they bring on, because they're not even
they're biased and they're paid.
Yeah,
and they got to keep their job
neutral.
Look at fucking Fauci, objective. Just to keep the fucking and like, again, just so everybody knows, I don't fuck with any side of the government, Democrat, Republican, don't fuck with them. But my main point is both sides played here in this case, where Fauci says no mask, then mask the fuck up. Why? Because they needed to make sure that they had some for, the medical practices. Okay, so then just be legit about it and say the fucking honest thing. But the government never can. So just like anything, if they lie once, why wouldn't they lie again? If the person cheats once, why wouldn't they cheat again? It's one of those systems where we have constant lies. Another way to divide us. Exactly. It's constant lies that keeps the people arguing amongst each other. And then all these same bastards are together, hanging out, laughing it up, living it up.
Yeah. Taking our money, man. Taking our money while we sit here and just chew each other out, man.
I know. Family members not talking over shit.
It sucks, man. It sucks. It's crazy to think. Like, I'm a political guy. We talked philosophy. So I minored in philosophy, but I majored in political science. That's my bread and butter, man. I love that conversation. But you're not supposed to revere a political party like a sports team. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be something that's
that's weird.
That you've got a picture of a candidate on your face, or on your face, on your shirt, like the
buff body and shit, fucking guns and
on everything on both sides, man. There's t-shirts and everything of Trudeau, man. Like, it's just it scares me to think that people get behind these politicians so heavily when it's like, They don't care. They don't
They
care.
lied
You
to
know, like
us.
they, it's like they might make the facade. Like no matter who it is, what side it is. I'm just like these are people that need to say what they need to say so that you will re-elect them. So they will go from one side to the other. But yeah, we can't let our politics divide us as much as it has been on a
No.
cultural level.
No, I mean, like me and P, I feel like most times when we get into political conversations, we both understand each other's sides of things, but we both have different arguments.
Yeah, we often disagree, to be honest
Yeah,
with you, on
yeah,
on,
and
on
it's
a few things.
totally kosher. Like it's so weird how there's any sort of weirdness, and that's where they can hide these fucked up things that go on because the real world issues or the real world issues they tell us are relevant are what we're distracted on. And then
Mhm.
meanwhile, they're sneaking crazy shit behind us, like insane stuff. At one point recently, they opened up about having fucking Area 51. Like, yep, we really do have it. That
Right,
wasn't even talked about for shit. That was like
right.
swept under the rug. Like during all the pandemic shit, like they're like, let's keep this going a little
Oh, I
further.
think we're
Let's keep
boofing.
pushing it. We're boofing.
I think. Oh, yep. Oh, there we go. There we go. We good. We good. We good.
Could be.
No, we good. We good.
But it's
Um,
fucked up. All that was the government heard us talking our shit.
right? They're like, shut it down.
That's
Shut
what
it
it
down.
was, and they were
Ixnay on
gonna
the
take us out of the
conspiracies,
studio.
eh?
Like, you better chill out. You better chill out.
Ooh,
Yeah. See, and I was
ooh.
gonna say I have a minor in college, but I have a major in internet conspiracy theories.
Mm.
And so I've dug deep, 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 deep into the rabbit hole. So when all the current like weird conspiracy theories have come out, I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. And then I look in some of the sources and I'm like, huh, these are for
Imagine that.
profit blogs. And like all these things I'm finding, and I'm like, this is interesting how all these things are being put out. And then the real fucking, conspiracies will say the real things that are messed up that are being hidden from us are being ignored. Like the big, big things. Everybody's tripped up about this current pandemic shit. And yeah, it's a big issue. Don't get me wrong, but they're
Is
sneaking
it?
so much crazy. Well, I mean, in
Yeah.
everybody's
No.
life.
That's the point. Like, this is the point. Like, that.
Yeah.
It was oh man, that's a whole other
Oh,
conversation.
I know. That's
Maybe
what
we
I'm
should like
saying.
hash that out in another episode.
Listen, knock on
The handling
fucking
of the
wood.
pandemic.
How long have we been gone, dog? It's the 10th, okay? So we've been back for a minute now. I went to, and I'm not saying you can't get it, okay? But I'm just saying, if things were that fucking bad, we were at MJ BizCon with tons of people. We went to fucking clubs, like all sorts of shit. Tons of people, elbows of people, rubbing up against motherfuckers. I went to Detroit CannaCon. I went to Chicago CannaCon. All up in motherfuckers' grill. Random people shaking my hands, handing me blunts, da 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 da. If it was as relevant as that, it was that bad, we would have at least one of 14 of us would have got it.
You'd
That's
think.
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So,
you'd
and
think.
I'm not that, and listen, I went and got vaxxed. I'm vaxxed. So that's all I'm
I'm
saying.
DV.
So I'm,
Yep.
and he's mixed vax. That's how ballsy he
DVMV.
is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Double vax, mixed vax, baby. I got papers to prove it. Don't fuck with me.
Double vax, mixed vax, bitch. What?
Holla
But
back, aight?
it's the kind of situation where it's like you got to be open to to new information. You got to be open to realities of things. And no, I totally believe it's an issue, UT. Don't get me wrong at all. I'm just saying, like, we're shutting the fucking world down issues.
No, and
Holy
you
shite.
you can't deny that COVID exists, right? Can't deny that.
Yeah. Oh,
People are
that it's
being
bad too.
diagnosed
That
with it.
it's yeah.
Yeah, people have died from it. You can't deny that. It is bad. It has proven fatal. It's the whole concept. I consider myself a fairly law abiding citizen. Sometimes I speed a little bit, but really, other than that, maybe that's the only thing I do. But when it came to this pandemic, when it came to the masks in particular, I bought it. When people said you need to wear, when they said you didn't need to wear a mask, it didn't make sense to me. First of
No,
all,
I was so paranoid
it didn't
forever.
make sense, and so I was like, okay, all right. And so, because they told us that you only need a mask if you're sick. And I was like, okay.
We're
So that's
ugly.
weird because now I'm looking at everyone that's in the mall and I'm like, you're sick. You're
I
sick.
know.
I'm like, you got it. You got it. So I'm
I did the
just
same
gonna
thing,
weasel my
man.
way around you.
If you were in a if you were in a mask in a place, I'm like, ooh.
Uh,
Like everywhere we went in Vegas, I
I'll
was
go
like,
the other
oh,
way.
oh.
And then and then it was okay, masks are good,
Where's that
but we
sheet?
can't use them because we need to save them for our medical people. And I was like, well, fuck, okay, I'll make my own mask then. So that's what I did. I was using like some ridiculous like dust masks, N92 or something, with like the long adjustable straps on the side, and I was pulling that, and I was making, they just dangling. I look like a fool, like a whisker, a catfish or something. And I did it. I went, and then we made our homemade ones, and then they were like, okay, actually masks do work, but we was trying to We was trying to fool you guys so that you
Just
wouldn't
play
buy
it.
them all. Just psych. And I was like, oh, I was like, that stung. I was like, okay, so you duped me. I didn't expect to be duped by a scientist.
You were like,
all right. I'm not fool me once, right? So I was like, okay, all right. So then I was like, okay, so masks do or don't work. And then they're like, well, you need 2 masks. I was
you
like,
need a
okay,
certain brand of mask. It's got to be this
okay,
type
it's
of
got to be 2 masks, a certain brand of mask, and you still need to stay 6 feet. I was like,
and
oh,
get
okay.
vaxxed.
And give it. I was like, okay, so the mask doesn't work? Is that what you're telling me after all this? After all this, they don't work.
This is comedic. Even just explaining all
Right?
this is fucking comedic.
And this is my
dude.
life. And then so I'm like, okay, so they don't work. They don't work. And so now when I'm told I got to wear a mask somewhere, I'm like pissed about it. I'm like, why? I got to wear masks. I got to be DVMV. I got to be fucking able to hit the hand sanitizer when I walk in. I got to stay
prove
6
that you
feet
got your
away.
shit.
And it's like, what? And I can still get COVID? What?
I know.
Like, is this?
It's so fucked up, dude.
Am I crazy? Am I crazy
dude.
here? So
we got
yeah,
played,
fuck.
kid. We got played, kid.
I got played, and
No,
then
I'm not
and
saying it's
then
not bad though.
to top it all off, I had to pay to get tested to come down to the States. I had to pay $400 a test. My wife and I both needed one to go down. Keep in mind, I'm a Canadian citizen. By the sheer fact that I have a citizen or a social insurance number, I have access to I was gonna say free public health care. It's not free, it's public health care.
Yeah.
And I had to pay to travel to get a test, a public healthcare test. And
but
then
you came to America and you got
then I came
free,
to
right?
America in a private
Yeah.
healthcare system as a foreigner, as an illegal, not an illegal, but as an alien.
Almost.
And they
You
paid
were
for my
like an
test.
extraterrestrial.
They paid for it. They paid for it. They paid for my wife and I's test. Who's
At
they? The American
Walgreens.
government. Maybe Walgreens paid for it. But I was just like, now I'm really fucked up. So now the Canadian government is not only jamming stuff up my rear end, but they're also trying to charge me for it. You know,
and then
it's
I'm
like,
hearing that the best
damn.
test is to get it jammed up your rear end. I don't know if this is people talking shit.
Right. I heard the same thing from Bubba. He's like, just let me put it up your rear end, bro. I'll make all the things go away.
No, here's my thing. Is like, I'm gonna say, masks for like not spreading shit. Obviously, they work. People wouldn't use these in the medical professional,
Nurses,
medical
doctors.
industry for years. Now, having everybody like these weird situations where it's like, all right, everybody's vaxxed. Well, the vaccine's not going to stop the spread, but the commercials say they stop the spread, but technically it won't stop the spread, and you can still get it, but it won't be as bad.
Remember
and you
that
have
curve?
to get it. I'm like,
remember that curve we flattened? It was supposed to be a tough 2 weeks. Can you remember that? It was gonna be a tough 2 weeks. It's 2 years later. I hate to remind you guys, like we've been stuck in a time capsule. That 2 weeks is 2 years, man.
I keep telling people, like, remember last year when we went to XYZ, and they're like, that was 2 years ago. It's like,
right, that year that nobody ever, the year that nobody can get back.
A leap year.
It leapt all right. Yeah, right out of our lives.
Yeah.
Gone. Like,
and see, that's where it's like, when you say this, it's politicized. If I say this, someone's like, he must love Trump. I'm like, I don't like any of them. I don't fuck with Biden. I don't fuck with Trump. They're clowns. I don't fuck with them. They're literally, puppets being held up by other people.
And I say the exact same thing about my Canadian politicians too, man. Exact
but
same
I have
thing.
my. So you should be able to have your opinion on anything here and not get upset about it. In the sense where if somebody had an issue with COVID, like I said, it's fucking sure as fuck real. A girl I know's dad passed away from it. He also had heart complications prior to that for years. He had a lot of issues. So I wouldn't say he's susceptible to an extent, but we still got to take care of these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but also at the same time, is the mandate to stay home for everybody to do these things? Why not being, hey, people who have issues, you stay home. We're going to pay you $4,000 a month instead of $2,000 a month because it's way less people. You don't have to worry about anything. We're going to have people who are government officials who are delivering your food or who are certified to do it, to deliver your stuff, and you're good. But instead, they said, nope, everybody. And it's like,
yeah. Well, not everyone. They locked my country down, but still sent out some workers and children. Children still had to go to school.
Yeah, fuck the kids. They don't care.
Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. I'm having hoots for kids over here, for the record.
Hoots for kids.
And the government's sending them to school during a pandemic. So it's like, I like that one. But it's like it never made sense. It never made sense to me. And I was trying to figure it out Is it still a thing? It's going to be a thing. Just like the measles is still a thing.
Oh,
The
it's gonna
flu
forever be
is
a thing.
still a
Yeah.
thing. You know, it's just another one. You know, is the bird flu still a thing? Probably.
What
It's
about
just less
what's that
people are
shit?
getting it.
Did you ever have to go to the when you're at the doctor? Like, have you been to West Africa recently?
Yeah.
What was that about? And why the fuck would they assume I've been to West Africa?
Hold on.
I
I
was
can
like,
get this
way
one.
to assume.
SARS?
No.
No.
Not some of the B maybe. Zika?
Oh, Zika
Maybe it
was a
was
bird. I
Zika.
think Zika. Yeah, Zika was the
Ebola.
That's the one.
Ebola.
Yep, Ebola. Yeah.
Ebola. That's what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. I remember because I was saying I used to talk shit and I'm like, hey, you want an Ebola cereal? Like, this shit like
Ebola
that.
cereal.
Yeah. But it's like, so that's
But
where it's an
that's
issue where why is it not treated that way? And I understand it's not as prevalent, but in my mind, the reason why it's been so crazy, and I'm rocking a tinfoil do-rag, by the way, if you guys don't know. I rock it every show.
every day.
But is that who is in charge of the world? Old people. Who does this affect the most? Old people. So who would have the most concern? Old people. So
Mhm.
the ones who are making these decisions are probably more concerned about themselves. And it's going to get to them. So they're like, yeah, you know what? Fuck everybody.
Stay
Me
away
and
from
my
me.
people are safe. We're locking you down. I don't give a shit. We're living. We're 70 some years old and somehow we're walking around in office.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How, Sway?
Held up by their
I
suit and
just
tie.
I don't believe it. And this is worldwide. There's not many young politicians. There's one or two that are running it, but then look at everybody else in the administration or else who's just in the government. It's old people.
Mhm.
And they have this is their biased belief that, hey, fuck you guys. Look at Italy. We're a spread out Italy. We're not trying to all fucking die. We all smoke cigarettes in Las Vegas with our hookers. We'll die.
Hey, did you enjoy this episode? If so, hit the thumbs up. Don't forget, we got more videos just like this. Click them, leave some comments, and we'll see you next time.
And of course, go to watchcodb.com. Peace.